Good afternoon, everybody. Happy June. It is June 1st. I cannot believe it's already June 1st. This year is flying by, but we have a lot going on. So, Whoa. Hold on one second. All right. No more echo. Oops. Technology. Hey there, Jen. I saw that you are in here nice and early. Thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate you. So I thought I would... Hey, Jess, thank you so much. I appreciate every moment that anyone can spend. I know we're all busy. I'm trialing different times, and my boys go down at like 2 and then wake up around 5. So doing it at 4, I got to cut it off early. So I figured 3 o'clock might work out, and then it gives them a little time to actually fall asleep. And then I have a little more extra time to go over an hour if conversation is doing well and things. Hey, Chris, thank you so much for coming. And I also was thinking that, you know, going into the summer and the hot months, like 3 o'clock might be a good time because that's like part of the hottest time of the day. So not many people are out in their gardens at that time. I know I don't want to be, although I usually am because the boys are in bed. Hey, LB. Hey, you know what? I need you to email me your address. So can you do that? Can you email me at barebonesliving@gmail.com so that I can send you your seeds? See, they're right here. I have this package for you. I'd love to send them to you. But I need your address. Hey, Hendrickson Family Farm. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. So how was... Yes, I got stickers, Jess. Oops. I was very excited. And it was actually kind of funny because I was helping Danny get hers too. But I got stickers. And so I wanted to try like their sample first and like see what I liked about them. And at first they gave me, when you go to like, they were offering like $9 for 10 sample stickers or something like that. And they were like those cutout ones. So like it went and like cut around the rays of sun. And it's like Jesse and Lisa's, like how it actually like traces out around like their banner or whatever. That's what like the first one was that they sent, but I didn't really care for it. So I asked them to put it on a circle. And then the following week they had that big sale and it was $9 for 50 stickers. So I bought, one week I bought 10 for $9. And then the following week I bought 50 for $9. I was like, well, all right. But yeah, I'm happy with how they turned out. Hey, Backlash, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. Yes, it was Sticker Mule, and I got in on that sale. Yes, the die cut stickers. But then the I thought die cut were like those ones that were cut out around like your like when it was cut out around the rays of sun. I thought that was what die cut meant. Am I correct in that, Chris? And yes, I saw that this week they do have magnets, and I was going to get those. Okay. Yes. So when they had that sticker sale and it was $9 for 50, it said 50 die cut stickers. And I ordered that, but and I was like, oh, they'll send me a proof because when they showed it to me, it looked like this. And I was like, okay, that looks like a circle sticker to me. So I was like, well, I'll wait until they send me the proof and I'll see what that is. And when they sent the proof, it looked again like this. So I have not yet received it, but it did say die cut stickers. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what comes in the mail. I saw that they did have a hot sauce. Oh. Did you get to try any of it? Yeah, I think sometimes it comes as like a promotion if you buy so much, maybe. But then they also offer to sell it. I don't remember how much it was for. I'm still new to Sticker Mule. Let us know if you find anything good, Jen. Rebecca Davis. Hey, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Bummer. Oh, there you go. So it's a good hot sauce, I'm assuming? Hey, Pineapple. Thanks for coming in. I always love trying different hot sauces. You guys, confession time. If you guys watched my my water glassing eggs video, I said that I'm a terrible procrastinator. I'm such a terrible procrastinator, you guys. And I had a great pepper year, but I think I've mentioned to you guys before that I'm the only one that likes spicy, although I'm kind of converting my family. Mike doesn't have a gallbladder, and so peppers are like one of his triggers, and it really upsets his stomach. But he's been with me for 8 years now, and I cook everything. And so I made my first hot sauce from my own peppers last year for the first time. I'm an excellent procrastinator. I dare you to challenge me. Oh, Berlin puts it on everything, huh? Oh, he just eats hot sauce on everything. But is that hot sauce good? What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I made my first hot sauce last year from the peppers that I grew. And I strained the like pulp out of it. And it was from cayenne peppers. So I did one that was strained and it made like a weaker hot sauce. And I was like, this will be perfect for Mike. It's like waterier, it's a little milder. And then I with like I did like half of it like that because straining like the pepper pulp, and it took forever. It dripped so slow. And with the other half of it, I put the pulp back in and like reprocessed it because I wanted like a thicker sauce that would actually like stick on a taco, not like run out the bottom. And now in hindsight, I won't do that again because it was too thick. And like, I'm like doing like the ketchup thing every time I'm trying to use my hot sauce. I love the flavor of it, but it's too thick. And now Mike is stealing my hot sauce, and it's marketably hotter. So I'm kind of converting my family into hot sauce. But yeah, I like spice, but I want it to be something that tastes good, like not that like ghost chilies I think are just too much, and because I have the boys, and every time they see me, shaking that hot sauce onto my food, they're like, "Can I have some? Can I have some?" And I'm like, "I think this is too spicy. I don't want them." And they've had like little dabs of it on their tongue, and they say that they like it, but I would hate for them to like have like a bad experience and not like peppers anymore. Yeah, ghost chilies are just too much. But back to what I was saying with my procrastination, that was the only hot sauce that I made. And then I grew Sugar Rush peach peppers, and that was like the third year in a row that I grew them. In the first 2 years, I didn't get any that were truly ripe. So last year was the first time, and I got a bumper crop of them. So I made like peach pepper jam. And then I wanted to make a peach pepper hot sauce, but I wanted to make it fermented. So at the end of the year, I froze a bunch, and then I chopped a bunch up and I fermented it. And you only need to ferment it for like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. And can I just tell you guys that I have that, and I have sriracha sauce also or like red jalapenos to make sriracha sauce fermenting. They're both still in my cabinet, and I have yet to make a hot sauce. And it's like the stupidest thing. It's the easiest thing right now because they're totally ready to be made into hot sauce. I just have to put them in my Vitamix and boom, it's done. But that's like my vice, you guys. I'm like, oh, it's done, and it's being preserved in my cabinet in the fermenting solution. So it's like not going bad. So there's nothing that's like, you have to do this right now. You guys, it's terrible. So yes, I made cowboy candy last year too. And I've slowly been using it. What all do you use your cowboy candy on? I've used it on tacos. I've used it on nachos. And I think I've used it on a burger. But I haven't, like people say they put it on everything. I haven't tried it on eggs yet. Burgers is definitely a really good thing to have it on. Yeah, I know. It's definitely something that I have to do before we move. I mean, it's ridiculous. All I have to do is throw them in the Vitamix. Such a procrastinator, you guys. I even bought like hot sauce jars and went like the whole 9 yards. Such a procrastinator. Such a procrastinator. But I am excited. I really would like to make that Sugar Rush peach hot sauce because I think it'll be really awesome. So pineapple, that is something that I plan on talking about during this live. But first, I wanted to hear how everyone's Memorial Day weekend went, because I feel like once we get on moving, we're just going to be talking about that the entire time because it's getting real. Did everyone have a great holiday weekend? I will tell you guys about our weekend. On Saturday, we had my cousins. I'm one of the oldest. I'm the second oldest cousin on both sides of my family. So my cousins are like 8 years younger than me. And their kids are my kids' age. And one of them has a 3-year-old and one of them has a 2-year-old that have their brother and sister, and their kids are like born 5 days apart. So we had their birthday party on Saturday, which was great. And they had like a bounce house and all like the little water table stuff and things like that. So that was really fun. And then on Sunday, we went to something called Spring Fling, and that's in one of our neighboring towns, actually the town that my dad grew up in. Hey, Danny. Thanks for stopping in. Did you not start canning in 2020? You just bought them in preparation? Have you canned anything? I did nothing this weekend. Took a nap, went to the movies, took time off. It was awesome. Yes, you need that. So we went to Spring Fling, and that was fun. And we, ate the vendor food, and the boys went on like the big slide that you sit in, like the potato sack. And they're so small that there's like very few rides that they can, especially Cole. Hunter was tall enough to go on multiple of the rides, but he didn't really have any interest in like the teacups or like the planes that kind of cruise around. He didn't really want to go in those. So they went in the fun house, and then they went down the big potato sack slide, which they loved. They went down that multiple times, and I actually took video of that. And my dad took Hunter and Mike took Cole, and I have a video, and Cole's face was just, and Mike held up Cole's hands as they went down. It was so cute. He was so excited, and they were just shrilling and pure joy. It was so cute. Got a funnel cake. They'd never had funnel cake. And then on Monday, we went to the train museum, which is in Union, Illinois. And there's actually a scene from Transformers that was filmed at the train museum, but that was really cool. We got to ride on an old steam engine, and my boys love Thomas, and Thomas is of course a steam engine. The train ride was much longer than I thought it was going to be, because we went all the way down one end and then all the way back past the station, and then had to come all the way back. And of course, there's no air conditioning. And this kid is, of course, in this thing. And like, I'm a sweaty mess. He's a sweaty mess. But it was a lot of fun. And it was really cool, but it was also kind of sad because that was the craziest, like most adventurous weekend Cole has ever had in his life. I mean, like, we went to our lake house all summer last year. So, like, he did lots of things. Nope, didn't can anything. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what it was all about, right? Sorry for your loss. We appreciate his service for sure. Hey, Chef, thanks so much for coming in. We're feeling great today, talking about what we did this weekend. Did you cook anything great? I'm sure you probably did. Oh, let's not do that. You can just listen. Hey, Joe, thanks so much. So glad to have you. So yeah, I mean, like, Cole has done things, but he's never been to a festival. Like, my lake house does a festival, but it's like a really small community, and there wasn't a whole lot to it. And being in the metropolitan area, any festival around here has lots of people, lots of vendors, lots of rides, things like that. Still, it was very small for what I was expecting for a Memorial Day weekend. I think a lot of people went out of town for Memorial Day this year, which was fine with me. But he had so much fun. It was a ton of fun. Oh yeah, guys, hit those thumbs up. Thank you, Danny. So yes, so we had a great weekend. Took the weekend off from cooking. Ooh, carne asada. That's awesome. Jealous. Did we cook anything? I don't think we did. I think I took the weekend off too. I just went to everybody else's house and ate. It was nice. So yeah, moving. It is June 1st, you guys, and we are moving in 55 days. Yikes. Hey. What's going on, our new land? Thank you so much for coming. Well, look who decided to show up. Hello, sir. You were just having way too much fun over at Kettle Kitchen and talking canning, weren't you? Oh. What did you cook, Pineapple? I know, you hate when your head's in here. I was trying to give my shoulder a break. You would much rather lay like this, but my shoulder, kid. Be considerate. Yeah, that's all right. Jessica was in here for a second. And Danny's a mod. All right. Let's see. Oh, very nice. I'll be watching out for those. So yeah, we are moving in 55 days. This morning, I registered Hunter for kindergarten in Tennessee. So that was crazy. I'm sure there's still, I still got to get them like immunization records and all this other kind of stuff. But they start, like, we came up with like a timeline, and up here we start school like the 3rd week of August. And they start school the 3rd of August. I was like, Oh my God. I'm not prepared for that because we were planning on moving the week before. The last week of July is when we were planning on moving. And I wasn't thinking that he was going to be going to school like the week after we move in. Somebody needs to move to Texas. You got Jesse. Plus, you guys complain about how hot it is there. Why would we want to move there? Right? That's what I was saying, Jennifer. Like, see, we like when I was in school, we still went to school before Labor Day weekend. Like my dad's like, we always went back to school after Labor Day. We always went back to school before Labor Day, but it was like you'd go like the 28th or something like that, or the 26th. Well, that's the other thing. Even if we came to Texas, the likelihood that we would be anywhere near each other is slim. Yeah, they start the 3rd of August, but I guess that's for returning students, and he's just going to kindergarten. So he wouldn't start till the 5th, but that's still the first week of August. The 1st of August is a Monday. And we were planning on moving in sometime the week before. And I couldn't find anywhere like an online registration for his school. And I'd been calling the school and no one was answering because they're like, it's summer. I'm not working anymore. Don't talk to me. So I called the school district and they're like, no, there's no online registration. So I called early this morning. She said, when I talked to the school district, she's like, they should be in between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. So I called them at 7 o'clock this morning, 8 o'clock Eastern, and someone answered. And she said that they did not have online registration. Or when I called the actual school, she's like, oh no, we have online registration. Just go here, 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 and here and register your student through there. And then next week, the lady that handles registration will be in. So call her back at 8 a.m. and she'll give you all the information that you need. Cause I guess immunization records from state to state is always like an issue or something like that. But like, we had a timeline worked out. We're taking like multiple trips. My dad closes on his house next week. And then him and Mike are taking a trip after the closing to bring our pontoon boat from our lake house, which has been sitting at my brother's house. And then at that point, Mike is going to take our trailer and bring down some of our stuff that we're bringing, because we're not bringing a whole lot of our stuff to my dad's house. Like we're putting most things in our pod. Like we're taking our food, we're taking like my KitchenAid mixer and my Vitamix and my crock pot and things like that. And then clothes and some toys. And then I'm also going to bring like my stuff to make soaps and things like that. I don't want to put that in the pod, and I'm going to continue to try to be selling on Etsy. So he's going to, and he needs to get his motorcycle down, and we're trying to take the least amount of trips because this little boy hates being in his car seat. He hates the car. Our two other boys loved the car seat and loved being in the car, and we're always like lulled by it. Yes, it will. So he screams like within 20 minutes of being in the car. So that's going to be fun. So we're trying to take the least amount of trips. So he's going to be taking our van and our trailer, and he's going to take his bike. We're taking our swing set that's in the back, because it's not like cemented down or anything like that. He's going to try to take that. He's going to try to take our rain barrel and our compost barrel, our smoker, like big awkward things. He's going to try to take in that first trip, and he's just going for the night and then driving back so that he can go back to work on Monday. And then my dad's going to stay and try to get like our pontoon boat registered and things settled at his house. The people that he is buying the house from, they are leaving a lot of their furniture and like all of their dishes, and it was their vacation home that they like bought extra stuff for, and they have no use for it, so they just left it. So he can stay there and use that stuff. Like they're leaving their beds, and I think they're even leaving like a couch or something like that, things that we can get rid of later. But there are things that can be very useful for him while he is in the process of moving down. And there is no washer and dryer there. They were only there like on weekends and didn't have a washer and dryer. So he has to acquire a washer and dryer, because we are a family of 5 and definitely need to be washing our clothes. And I don't want to be going to the laundromat all the time. So he's going to take care of some stuff. And then we are going down to move my dad completely. I say that loosely because he has to get his motorcycle down at some point and things like that. But he's getting like a moving truck and things like that. And we're moving him down for 4th of July. And we're staying there on vacation. It's not going to be much of a vacation. I think I'm also going to be bringing the chickens and the chicken coop at that point, because I don't want to show our house with chickens and a chicken coop. 1, because they're illegal. And 2, I just don't want people to be like, oh, you have chickens here, they're legal, we can do that, because it's been like a hot button issue in our village. And I just don't want it to even come up when trying to sell the house. We did have a realtor come in over the weekend, and we like tried to plan things. Like she wants us to paint the whole house, what she calls agreeable gray, so that it photographs nicely. So we have to like I kind of like accent walls. Like this was green. That accent wall that's behind me was green when I bought it, and I think it's appealing. I like having a little bit of color, but apparently people don't want to do anything and they don't want color these days. So we got to paint the whole house. I got to call the painters. But my dad, we're moving down the 4th of July. And like I said, we're going to be bringing some more of our stuff, like our clothes and things like that. And I'm going to that's when I want to try to bring my chickens. And then Jesse asked if we were bringing any of our garden. Yes, I am bringing all of my garden. That's why I planted everything in pots. So a trip in itself is going like a load. One whole load of our trailer is going to be plants at one point. Because I'm going to have to like break down my green stock. I think I can maybe just break it in half and do like stacks of 3. I think that won't be too unstable. And then everything else can like go on the ground, single stacked, obviously. And I'm going to like put a tarp over it and hope that everything fares well. And there's always got to be one, apparently, right? Well, he was whining, so I took him out. So yeah, bringing the chickens down, that's not something we're looking forward to. Where did that go? There you go. Yeah, laundromats are no fun. I don't want to do that. I especially, like that's hard enough just being like a college student and having to like lug your sack of clothes to the laundromat or whatever. That was hard enough. Now I'm a family of 5. I'm not doing that. Like people sell their secondhand stuff on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. We can pick up like a $50 washing machine and things like that. I can't bring a family of 5's clothes to the laundromat. That's just not sustainable. Yeah. I already hate doing laundry. And again, that leads to my procrastination. I wash the clothes. I procrastinate to put them away. So they sit on my hope chest at the foot of my bed. And that becomes my dresser. And then we're moving him down the 4th of July. And then Mike has an out-of-town bachelor party mid-July. And then we're getting our pod. Right now we have the pod scheduled to be delivered on the 23rd of July, which is a Saturday. So that was our timeline. Then in that, Hunter turns 5 at the end of June, and we're having a party for that. There's Father's Day weekend. So that it goes Father's Day weekend, then Hunter's birthday, then 4th of July. Those are the consecutive weekends we're talking here. So the 4th of July, then Mike's out of town on a bachelor party. And then we're getting our pod delivered. Also, in that time, we have to get a Sunday where we can get this one baptized. So that's like what we're working with right now. And then I find out yesterday that school starts the first week of August. I thought I had 2 more weeks to work with. But, oh, hey, Cam Silky. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. The timeline thing is ever shortening. It's going to be a crazy, crazy summer. So, yeah, it's 55 days. And Mike's like, should we move it up a week? And I'm like, well, we could. That would give us like a little more breathing room. But then that's 1 week less of him working, which that's, I guess, fine, whatever. But also we were planning on getting him baptized on the 24th of July, which is the day after our pod's delivered. We're either going to baptize him on July 10th or July 24th. Those are our 2 available Sundays to baptize him. And I still am waiting to hear back from the pastor if either one of those dates will work. And I'm like, I feel like they should work because it's like a small church and we know him. And he's baptized our 2 older boys, but I haven't heard back from him yet, which makes me a little nervous, but I'm giving him 2 months notice. I mean, that should be doable, I feel like. Yes, that will be helpful. And you know, he's 4, almost 5 now, so like the attitude is real at this point. And Cole is picking up on all his little quips and attitude, and I'm like, ooh, you're rubbing off on your brother. You better cut that out. Hey, Nina. Thanks for stopping in. So yeah, I don't know when we're going to get these painters in. I don't know, because then Mike was also asking me, he's like, when do you think Laura wants to take these pictures? Because she also wants me to move things out of here. Like I have to take everything off the walls, obviously. And I only have a 1.5 car garage, you guys. It shouldn't even be called a garage because it's a useless piece of building, if you want to call it that. And we also don't have any storage in my house. Like I don't have an attic. I have one of those drop ceiling attics, and you need to bring in a ladder from outside to get up there. And then it's not floored. There's like wood down the center of my attic, and there's just boxes pushed onto that wood. I don't even know what's up there. My wedding dress is up there. That's the only thing I know is up there. So our garage is literally full of bins of clothes, bins of toys. All of my canning stuff is out there, like boxes of empty jars and stuff like that. That's all out there. All the boys like ride-on toys, Jeeps, bikes, wagons, whatever. All of our fishing stuff's out there. We have multiple beds out there. And so it's stocked full of things. We also have 2 freezers in there, none of which is plugged in. They're just being stored in there. But we have nowhere, like, I keep talking to Mike. I'm like, I can't pack anything because I have nowhere to put anything. Hey, Charlene, thank you so much for showing up. Yeah, we got the little one. He's not sleeping today, unfortunately. So we have nowhere to like put things, and she wants me, like, I can't have like the kids swing out, and she wants me, like, we have a 4-bedroom house, and one of our bedrooms we use as a playroom, and it has like a dresser and a desk and like this bookshelf thing, and she's like, I need this all out, plus all the toys. There's like one of those kids easel art table things. Oh, hey, Happalistic Kitchen. Thank you so much for coming. So now I'm trying to like organize getting that stuff to my dad's house since we're moving him out the weekend of the 4th. Then I'm making, like, maybe I can throw some things in his garage until he's ready to sell his house, because I'm actually selling my house before he's selling his house. It's crazy. Oh, Nina, that's already started. Right here, I have 2 bins right here, one behind me. Like, I have nowhere to put anything. I went through, you guys, and started organizing all the boys' toys and the Legos. Oh my God. I was really trying hard to like separate them into like, oh, this is our Jurassic Park Legos. This is your Star Wars Legos. This is your farm Legos. No, I got so frustrated it just became Legos. And it still took me all day to find all the pieces. Because they also play downstairs. So I'm like running up and downstairs. That's what these ones are. They're all their toys. That's all I got done this weekend was the boys' toys. 2 bins of their toys. There's still a whole nother, at least 1 bin in their playroom. So many toys. So many toys. Yes, you should be. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to. We looked into, because down the street from us is like a used store. Like you rent like a little unit storage place, and they were like outrageous. And I'm not gonna like pay to store things for a week or 2 when I'm just gonna be putting them in the pod and storing them in Tennessee. We like went through like all of our options, and pods is really our best option, but it is not cheap. It is like $3,000 just to. There's like a delivery fee to bring it here. Then there's a fee to pick it up and bring it to Knoxville, which we're at least an hour away from Knoxville, because in our closest town, all the pods locations are full. And then there's another fee from Knoxville to wherever we're going to be living. So it's like $3,000, and then it's $300 a month to store the pod. And you can like store it at your driveway or store it in their facility or whatever. But storage is ridiculous. But it's our only option. We're getting a 16-foot long pod, and I'm hoping that we can fit our whole house in that. But we'll see. We will see. You know, Charlene, I tried that. Like, I'm like, okay, let's find all the puzzle pieces that go in this puzzle. And their attention span is like that. And then I tried again when I'm like, they love to grocery shop. So they each have their own grocery cart, and then all like the fake food, plastic food and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, who can find the most groceries? Go find all the groceries. They ran off happily to go collect food, and the next thing I know, someone's being smashed in the head with a plastic baguette. So I did try. Yeah, and we're only bringing like 2 boxes. And the amount of books that they have, I already have packed away 3 boxes of books. And my oldest, has like this hutch above his dresser, and it's still full of books. And I'm like, you guys have way too many books. Way too many books. And they read books a lot, but I feel like we always read like the same dozen books. And now I have 5 boxes of books. And I packed away a bunch. And Mike was like, did you leave out Don't Push the Button? And did you leave out all the fan favorites? And I'm like, nope. No, I didn't. If it fit in the box, it's taped in the box. I just threw whatever fit. I am at that stage. And that's what we do. We put all the kids' toys into totes and we recycle them out. That's why they're in our garage. We got like big gorilla carts. And so every month we bring out a new tote and toys come out of the tote. And then all the toys that were already out go back into that tote, and that tote goes into the garage. So it is like Christmas, like every 2 months, because they forget about everything. I like doing it that way, because otherwise they just play with the same thing, and then they get bored. Yeah, books. Hey, Heather Lynn, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, did I miss Hedgehog coming in? Welcome. Oh, kid, you are drooling on my leg. So yeah, it's going to be chaotic. I'm going to attempt to film as much as I can and post as much as I can. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to try to vlog as much of the moving as I can. We'll see how that goes. But things are moving. So, like I said, I got the painters. I haven't scheduled the painters yet, but I got their numbers. I started the registration process for school. I feel like I did more, but I can't think of it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to post that. And if anyone wants to jump up here and chat, I would love to chat with you guys. Oh yeah, thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. Thank you, Nina. Nina, you have seeds headed your way. I'm handling it way better than my dad is. And I'm like, you are one man. Pull yourself together. You will be fine. I am moving a family of 5 with babies. If I'm not freaking out, you should not be freaking out. He's totally freaking out. Yes. Oh, I'm getting a quilt done for your great nephew. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I actually have 3 of them. Trying to keep the sanity, right? Yeah, I got to look into that too. I had to put in the new address when I was registering Hunter. And I already know the new address, but so we're moving into my dad's basement. I think I told you guys that. So everything is in his name, and we're hopefully only going to be living there for a short time. But that's our plan for now. So I have to register, and my plan is not to change my ID, not to change my license plate or anything until after we get our home, because I don't want to have to pay to get my license changed once we buy our home. Like, all that stuff is just a nightmare. Exactly. Yeah. Can't be mad about free. Yeah, and we also just had to pay in full our homeowner, like our insurance for our home and our cars and the motorcycle in Illinois. And they're gonna like prorate us and everything like that, but we still had to pay it all in full. And I'm like, this is fun. Whatever. Yeah. And so in Tennessee, we found out that you don't have to have your trailer does not have to have a license plate, and it does not need to be registered. So that's new for us, because in Illinois, they charge you an arm and a leg for everything. So we paid for a year of registration in Illinois to have the trailer in Illinois for 2 months. It is what it is. Whatever. Need to be transferred or turned over to you. Come on, what? What are you talking about? What you talking about? Our trash pickup, we don't have like a service, but all that other stuff, I think I just cancel. We don't have cable either. Internet we do have. But yeah, we know about that. Everything is heavenly compared to California. I think California and Illinois like duke it out to be the worst, to be quite honest with you. Thank you so much for coming, Charlene. Oh, you did, huh? Oh, no. We're not going to be far from there at all. Jennifer was like, hey, on your way down, come swing by and see us in Arkansas. And I'm like, I'm sorry, we go down through Indiana and Kentucky. So yeah, I asked them about that because they did want like a bill or whatever. And I'm like, so about that, everything, we're moving in with my dad. Everything's going to be in his name. Are you going to take that? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. You just got to fill out this form, and then we got to get it notarized, and then we got to send it to this place. And it'll be fine. Yes, blessings to you too. Thank you so much for coming in. Really? According to who? Because my name is not on anything besides my vehicle. So there's nothing to say that I'm actually like a resident of Tennessee as of yet, I feel like. So I could just be like on an extended vacation as far as they know. Thank you so much, Jesse. Hey, Jesse, send me your address, man. I need to send you your stuff. I have your stuff, but I have no address. Dude. Thank you. Yeah, but residency, I'm not buying a house. So I might be able to squeeze. Because that's just going to be a pain in the butt to have to. I've already paid one state for a year. I don't want to have to pay another state for a year. It'll definitely be cheaper though. Definitely. Because Illinois charges you outrageous prices for everything. One of the small reasons why we're leaving. Let's see. Yes, exactly. So my dad, my dad only lives a mile away. He just lives down the block. He's here at least once a week. And there's not a whole lot of distance between us as it is. Now we're going to be living in his basement. That is going to be an adventure in and of itself. My brother keeps giving us both a hard time about it. Giving me a hard time about having my family with my dad and how we're gonna like just get under each other's skin. And then my dad lives by himself and doesn't like converse with people on like a daily basis because he just lives by himself. And now he's going to have a family of 5 with 2 toddler boys and a screaming baby living in his basement. So that's going to be real fun. Real fun. We're taking over the basement. There's a bedroom with an ensuite in the basement, and that's like going to be hopefully like our little hangout. Yes, we are definitely house hunting. Our plan is our hope is that we will have found our home by the end of the year. Oh my goodness. Everybody catch your breath. Chuck is in the house. Thank you, sir, for coming in. Good times. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Sure is. How you doing, Chuck? Thank you so much for coming in. We're just talking about our move. And how we're going to be living in my dad's basement. We're trying. We are trying. In fact, I need to refresh myself now to calm down. Thank you. Me too. Yeah. That, us living in my dad's basement should probably be like a sitcom in itself, in and of itself. Yes, everybody just calm down now. Just calm down. Chuck is in the building. Oof. Why Tennessee? Yes. So I've wanted to move to Tennessee for over a decade now. I visited Tennessee quite a bit, and I just fell in love with it. And back in the day, I was dating a guy that had family in Tennessee, and we went and visited them, and I loved it and started talking about it back then. I love the wilderness. I love that they have the mountains and the water, and my dad is actually buying, the house that he is buying is on Watts Bar Lake, which is gigantic. Like, I say we had a lake house, and our lake house was a man-made lake that they dammed up, and at its very deepest, right in front of the dam, it was like 60 feet, and it was only like a mile long, and had like a max horsepower of 100 horsepower. It had to be an outboard motor, no jet skis because it's so small. We used to let jet skis back in the day, and it's just so narrow in some spots that it's like, it was hazardous. So like, that's like a puddle compared to the waterways in Tennessee. Also, it is, so Mike and I want to farm, obviously, and we want to have more freedom. And Mike likes to hunt. He would love to be able to hunt on our own property. And really, it was between Wisconsin and Tennessee because Mike has family in Wisconsin, and they're not far over the border. But the reason why Tennessee won out, even though we have family in Wisconsin, and my great grandparents were from Wisconsin as well, so we have quite a bit of ties to Wisconsin. My first lake house was in Wisconsin. But really, we were just sick of the winters. And yes, I know it'll snow in Tennessee, but very rarely. And the frigid cold and lake effect is like a real thing in Chicago. But it's just the volatility of, we have worse weather in Chicago than they do in Green Bay, Wisconsin, because of the jet stream off of the lake. And Green Bay is also on the water, on the same lake, but with the way that the jet stream works, we get worse weather. So we just liked, right, yeah. So we liked the wilderness. We like that it is more along our lines of thinking. Things of that nature. Yeah. And I love snow, actually. I hate the frigid cold and the ice storms that we get. And it's nonsense. Nonsense. And we barely get actually any snow. And when we get it really hard. We either get like a dusting or we get a blizzard. But we actually have to go to Wisconsin to get good snow. So snow is not the issue. I'm going to miss snow. And we're going to be the ones down there laughing when Tennessee gets snow and everybody freaks out because they're not used to it and they don't have the infrastructure to take care of it and things like that. And we're going to be like, yay, snow. Wow, you remember that, huh? That ingrained in your brain. You're probably cursing Tennessee. That's funny. Amy Grant, yeah. Oh, you don't want that anymore. Okay. What's on your head? Yeah, I love snow. It was very memorable. I'm sure it was. All right. Well, if nobody wants to come up, I guess. Hold on. Let's read this real quick. 2 grown people thrilled for some light snow dusting. I love snow. But it snowed in Texas this past winter, didn't it? Did you get any of that? Didn't you guys get some kind of crazy storm? All right, ladies, settle down. Settle down. Oh, bummer. Oh, you're in southern Mississippi? Well, you can come up and see some snow anytime. Don't come to Chicago, though, because I won't be here anymore. And we don't get that much snow. Really? I didn't know that Mexico gets snow. That's interesting. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Such a volatile topic. I didn't realize. All right. Well, if no one wants to pop up, I think I'm going to jump down then. Oh, okay. Thank you guys for stopping by for this live. I've had fun. This one's been very active. So I think I'm gonna try to do like 3 o'clock on Wednesdays, maybe 3:30. I'll try next time or something like that. This seems to be a good time for us, and we'll see see how long that lasts. But thank you guys for coming in. Kisses to the baby. Yes, I kissed this baby. He's a happy mama's boy. Yes, he loves the kisses. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Wish us luck. Bye.